6ix9ine leaving rap. 6ix9ine may have dropped his debut mixtape and started many trends.
Bozo, bitch, are you dumb, 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 stupid? Bitch, up that, take that, flip that, send that, 2, 2, 3, hit. Treyway, these niggas said it hurt me, I ain't heard you. Get day once, yeah, you know I flooded the chain once.
But the Gummo rapper is reportedly ready to call it quits. Make sure to watch the entire video to see why 6ix9ine said that he is done with rap and calling it quits. On Sunday, April 8th, 6ix9ine hopped on Instagram to announce his plans for retirement since he's achieved everything he's dreamed of. Posting a photo of himself standing in the middle of the street, the rapper wrote in the caption, "Waiting for someone to rob me. I'ma quit rapping this year. I accomplished everything I dreamed of in 5 months." Of course, this could all be a joke, as the Billy rapper is no stranger to trolling on social media. In January, 6ix9ine claimed to have signed a deal worth $7.5 million. "Right now I'm signing my life away to Illuminati," he wrote on Instagram. "Life is awesome." The New York rapper then followed that up by claiming to have signed a deal with Birdman and Cash Money Records worth $15 million. "Just signed to Birdman, Rich Gang $15 million, February 23rd, he wrote. The report was quickly shot down by Cash Money, who stated that 6ix9ine had not inked a deal with the label. In related news, following feuds with The Game and YG, 6ix9ine's latest enemy may be Bad Baby. After claiming the Hi Bitch rapper only became famous because she beat up her mom, Bad Baby fired back on Instagram Live. "Trippie Redd birthed you," she said during the live stream. "Nobody knew who you were. Nobody at all. I don't care what you say. Nobody knew who you were. I don't want to hear none of that." 6ix9ine's latest Instagram post below saying, "Waiting for someone to rob me. I'ma quit rapping this year. I accomplished everything I dreamed of in 5 months." While 6ix9ine has collaborated with heavy hitters like Offset, Tory Lanez, A Boogie Wit Da Hoodie, Young Thug, and Fetty Wap among others, he's found his fair share of differences with other members of the community, including The Game and YG, who took issue with the rapper's shaky gang affiliation. Additionally, a guilty plea on sexual misconduct involving a minor, a crime committed when he was 18, has led to many labeling the rapper a pedophile, including former friend Trippie Redd. Even his beef is storied. 6ix9ine is in jail for numerous allegations on his name, including harassment and a lot of things on his record regarding gang affiliation and drugs.
What crimes did you plead guilty to?
I believe there was 9 counts of racketeering, shootings, and drug distribution.
And you listed racketeering as one of the crimes to which you pleaded guilty. Were you a member of any gang?
Yes, sir.
What was the name of the gang that you were a member of?
The non-Trey Bloods, non-Trey Blood.
Approximately when did you become a member?
Around, I would say November of 2017.
What sorts of things did 9 Trey members do?
I'm sorry?
What sorts of things did 9 Trey members do?
We participated in a lot of, violent crimes, robberies, assaults, drugs, sorts of that nature.
Defense lawyers took some final jabs at rapper-turned-snitch Tekashi 6ix9ine in Manhattan court Thursday, referring to him as a prankster who likes to get under people's skin. During closing arguments, the defense painted the 23-year-old entertainer, whose real name is Daniel Hernandez, in the gang racketeering trial against 2 reputed gangbangers, as a master of reading the audience. The rapper testified against 2 former associates, Aljamiah Mack and Anthony Ellison, who are on trial in Manhattan federal court for their alleged roles as high-ranking members of the 9 Trey Gangsta Bloods. He talked about trolling. He likes to get under people's skin to draw attention to himself, Mack's attorney, Louis Fasulo, told the court, stopping short of calling Tekashi a perjurer, but adding that, "We know he's a prankster." Ellison's attorney, Devereaux Canick, attacked the credibility of the rapper, who was cooperating to get leniency as he stared down a potential minimum of 47 years in prison. "You don't think he would do whatever he needed to do to go home?" Canick asked the jurors. Canick argued that Tekashi, whom he branded an embellisher, framed Ellison for kidnapping him in July 2018.
Run it, nigga. Give me everything, nigga. Get out. Get out. Get out. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in the car, nigga. Get in the car, nigga. Don't stop.
I'll give you everything.
Get in here. Get in the car. Get in the car. Get in it.
That's what I'm doing.
Get the fuck.
I want to talk to you.
About what?
About what?
To drum up publicity for the song Fefe, which was dropping the next day. He's a bright young man. He understands marketing very well. Keke told the court. He often knows how to manage people in situations. During his testimony, Tekashi admitted that he rode the gang's coattails to fame, but quickly spurned them when he was busted for gang-related activity. He told the court he flipped the next day, after his arrest on November 19, 2018, but his cooperation has become a punchline as he rattled off the names of Blood's members and gang rivals. A tidal wave of memes mocked Tekashi's supposed street cred as he became a singing stool pigeon. Tekashi 6ix9ine is safe and secured in jail unit with other snitches, the rapper Snoop Dogg posted on his Instagram account, along with emojis of a rat. Though his testimony became a trending topic online, prosecutors insisted that Tekashi's cooperation wasn't to boost his career, pointing to photos of his swollen face from a July 2018 abduction by former associates. As a result of his cooperation, the rapper only has a year left of time being locked up. Both Ellison and Mac have pleaded not guilty to the charges. Jail time is setting 6ix9ine back, and he could stop making music. Maybe he could start a new life as a clown. Rainbow-haired rapper turned stoolie Tekashi 6ix9ine could enter witness protection now that he's done singing against his former pals in the 9 tray, prosecutors have said. But the instantly recognizable fame hog would have a hell of a time living a secret life, according to experts who suggested he goes somewhere no one would know him. We could put him in a place like a Mennonite community or the Amish, where they might not listen to rap music, said former Rhode Island Attorney General Arlene Violet, who co-authored The Mob and Me, Wise Guys in the Witness Protection. There are still hundreds of reasons why conservative dress and a chest-length beard couldn't help Tekashi blend in. The more than 269s he has inked across his body, including his face. Fully removing the scores of tattoos could be an extremely painful process that would require years of treatment and leave telltale scars on the tattletale rapper, one expert said. People try to burn it out or surgically remove them, and all those things will get the ink out. But the problem is that it's opening the top layer to get the surface, so it causes scar tissue, said Jeff Garnett, co-owner of tattoo removal company Clean Slate Laser, which has locations in New York and New Jersey. Getting Tekashi back to a clean slate is never going to happen. There's always going to be some sort of pigment, added Dr. Jeremy Fenton of Schweiger Dermatology Group in New York, who added that lasers will leave behind faint markings that will fade over time. Your body's immune system is what is actually removing the ink. But Gerald Schur, founder and former head of the United States Federal Witness Protection Program, said the feds have a trick or two up their sleeves that he declined to share. With the tattoos, I cannot tell you what we would do with them, he told the Post. But that's not a problem. They can be dealt with. Violet suggested he find a gig that lets him keep covered up. He could do it successfully as a monk, since they have clothing that would hide the tattoos that he has now, she said. Even if he manages to look unassuming, the outspoken rapper will have to learn to keep his trap shut if he wants to fly below the radar. The 23-year-old Brooklyn rhymester can expect to be flung far from the hip-hop world and handed many non-negotiable rules. Leaving rap behind would be at the top of the list. You try to find something they can do other than their previous gig, Schur told the Post. We decide on the basis of what job skills they have, if any. Since the secretive operation launched in 1971, more than 8,600 witnesses and 9,000 other family members have been relocated with new identities, according to the U.S. Marshals Service. Mobsters have started over with new names as restaurant managers, and their associates have lived in plain sight as accountants and even company presidents, experts said. If he does anything to expose himself, he's out of the program. That's in the document, Schur told the Post. There are obvious and enormous risks if you were to leave the program or rejected services. One life has been taken away who left the program. He was told not to go home. He went home and turned the doorknob and it blew up, said Schur, who co-wrote the book WITSEC inside the Federal Witness Protective Program. To best construct his new life, Tekashi will be examined by a psychologist, take diagnostic tests, and work with employment specialists, according to Schur. He and his family will also be given new social security numbers, dummy medical records, and financial stipends for 6 months. The federal marshals will also help him move furniture, provide career training, as well as therapy to deal with mourning his former life. They'll want him to be somewhere he can pursue a career that interests him, Schur said. It's very difficult to make people want to stay in witness protection because it's hard to get them excited about them flipping a burger if that's the only skill they have, Violet told the Post. You look for an aligned field where they don't work as a rap singer, but they know how to do the drums. Most of the people in witness protection have led exciting lives involved in or adjacent to crime and can be resistant when it comes to a quieter existence. The single most defeat of this program were the people who were used to limelight and notoriety. The big-time gangster members with the media snapping their photos when they walked into court. They missed the limelight and it became too dull, she said. Given his fan base, Violet said, Tekashi will need to commit to the rules of the program and not get up and do karaoke, she said. He'll also have to shut down his Instagram account, where his online antics have racked up more than 14 million followers. He's got to watch his need for notoriety, Violet said. He's got to curb that since his #1 danger is seeking the spotlight. She said the federal marshals will sit down with Tekashi and brief him on the dangers he faces based on their own intelligence. He's got to make a mature decision of assessing his chances of survival, she said. He has to listen to people who know more than you do. Despite the obvious challenges, federal marshals will be undeterred by the prospect of hiding a multi-platinum winning rapper with millions of Instagram followers. They like being able to do a tough case and to be able to say, "We were able to get him away," Violet said. They have justifiable pride in the job. Tekashi's lawyer, Don Florio, said that no decisions have been made as to whether her client will accept federal protection. No one can be forced into it, Florio said. It's a decision that has to be made by the client, and they also have to be approved to be in the program. Could 6ix9ine be willing to give up on a career that, for all its headline-making twists and turns, is still just getting started? Or is this just a classic case of internet trolling? Sound off with your thoughts down below.